Well, hello and welcome once again to the Combank Arena in Belgrade, Serbia, and our coverage of the Women's European Handball Championships. My name is Paul Bray. Thanks for joining us for this final match of the day in Group 1 as Denmark prepare to take on the hosts Serbia. And a large crowd still making its way in here to support the home nation, who've had a good run here at Euro 2012 and are hoping maybe for a bit of the success that the men had last year when they hosted the men's competition and they finished second. Serbia against Denmark. There was in fact the men's final 12 months ago in this very arena. Well, earlier today Norway beat Sweden to book their semi-final place, while France kept their slender semi-final hopes alive with a win over the Czech Republic. But a win by Denmark here today against the host Serbia would seal their semi-final place and leave the group decided with 1 day to spare, because this is how it looks, and Denmark would be on 6 points. Only France could catch them, and on the head-to-head, Denmark have beaten France. Referees for today's match, Andreu Marin and Ignacio Garcia from Spain. Now, of course, if Serbia were to draw or win here today, that would keep alive their semi-final dreams, and it would take the decision down to the final main round of matches on Thursday. So all kinds of permutations possible. What we do know, though, is that if the Danes win, then this group is decided even before Thursday. And for most of the spectators in the arena right now, I think they will be hoping that is not the case, obviously. And we shall now have the national anthems, starting with Serbia. Emotional rendition of the anthem here, and now the anthem of Denmark. Well, this rejuvenated Danish team that Jan Putlik has put together with quite a few fresh faces came here. Many thought ready to get some experience, but now stand on the threshold of a place in the semi-final. They certainly have some exciting young players. Cecilie Greve in goal. Lotte Griegel, the playmaker, is also absolutely key at the front of the 4-2 defence. that has terrorized the opposition. Well, let's have a look at the team, starting with Serbia. Their star playmaker Lekic and left-back Damjanovic both had an off day against Sweden yesterday, but should start alongside Popovic at the back. Line player Poplazic has been on good form, though, while Nisevic and Milosevic should start on the wings with Tomašević in goal. And there is the keeper, 28 years of age, 48 internationals and a 37% save rate. And Damjanovic, off day yesterday, but still 13 goals so far in the competition. And they will hope that she can build on that. For the Danes, well, left winger Norgård is the team's top scorer so far. She should start with Bila on the right wing. 21-year-old playmaker Griegel has been impressive, though she could start ahead of Christiansen with Larsen and Bjurgård at the back. Torgård on the line, while young newcomer Cecilie Greve is the second best goalkeeper in the competition. But Sandra Toft, the more experienced keeper there, likely to start in goal. And there is Norgård. 22 goals so far in the competition for the experienced left winger from Team Twist Holstebro. So Sasa Boskovic, with his back to us there, stands really at an historic moment here and hoping to get the home advantage to take their team through, while Jan Puklik bringing in youngsters, but they have their destiny in their hands here today. A win and they are in the semi-final together with Norway from this group. It's all decided. Any other result will keep the group wide open. A draw still leaves Denmark in charge of the destiny. If they lose, then it's also down to the last match between Serbia and France. So here we go then, Serbia in the red shirts and blue shorts, so off, playing from left to right. Denmark in the all-white strip today. Crucial game here for Serbia to keep their hopes alive, and they open up straight from the off with the tall, lanky Biljana Filipovic. Interestingly, a left back put into the attack at right back and going round onto the right wing to score. So for Denmark then it is Larsen at left back. Lotte Griegel, just 21 years of age and 19 caps only. The number 14 starts as well. Off the post, stays out, and the loose ball comfortably picked up again by Tomašević. 28-year-old goalkeeper, plays for German champions Thüringen. Well, interesting that Serbia start with Filipovic, number 26, right-handed left-back in the right-back position rather than the experienced Popovic. And we've had an early blow already in the game, and that's Damjanovic, a star left-back, 75 caps, 272 goals for her country, but plays a club handball in neighbouring Croatia for Podravka. Oh, and a second goal. Whoa, what an inspired choice by Boskovic. Filipovic has only scored 3 goals in the whole competition so far from left back, scores 2 playing at right back, and another save by Tomašević of the experienced Anna-Grete Norgård, 5th top scorer in the competition with 22 goals, Norgård, and an 81% success rate. And another goal. It's all going right for them at the moment. Poplazic, the line player, and inside 2.5 minutes, Serbia are 3-0 up, and the Danes looking a little bit punch-drunk. They hadn't managed to get their rhythm even going at the moment, and a bit of shoving and pushing going on Torsgaard, the line player, has given Denmark a free throw and a warning to the Serbian defence. Wingers are playing very deep, trying to create a bit of space for the back players. Very high holding, and that now what will be a yellow card, has to be. Damjanovic. Griegel, 21-year-old. Oh, big gap. Had to be a penalty. The ball seemed to be bundled over. Misunderstanding between Krupej and Filipovic. Both tried to jump in, and Krupej trying to block both gaps. No mistake by Anne-Grethe Nørgaard, who scored 10 from 10 penalties so far in the competition to get the Danes off the mark and settle their nerves here early on. Coming up to 4 minutes played. Denmark, who opened up with a one-goal defeat to Sweden. And they've scored again, a nice breakthrough. And Lekic came off the defence. That'll be a throw-in from the corner. Lekic had a bit of an off day yesterday and ended up being on the bench for much of the game, but they need a big game out of their star playmaker. Plays a club handball for Giorgetto in Hungary. Little dummy outside, nearly stolen. Krupej hangs on for dear life, knowing that if she lets go, Larsen then's got a gap behind. One of the defenders took the sting out of that shot. I was saying Denmark then started with a defeat against Sweden, but have since beaten France, Macedonia and the Czech Republic yesterday, although only by 3 goals. The Czech Republic gave them a good run. And a bit of a waste there by Filipovic, not a particularly hard shot. Looking for the line, it's stolen. Too many Danish defenders. She won't score from there, will she? No. She was being pushed wide and should really have put the ball back towards the centre. 5 minutes played then. And the shot by Damjanovic. Rashly taken, gives them a bit of a break. First save for Toft in goal for Denmark. And they've got another one back. And we've got a yellow card. Louise Burgaard. There's the push as she drives through, puts the ball between the legs of Tomašević. And it's Lekic who got the yellow card in the picture there. And Burgaard still receiving treatment. They do defend hard, Serbia. And as is testified by 2 yellow cards inside 6 minutes, and there is Tomašević. He's already credited with 1 save from 3. Denmark has switched to a 5-0-1 defence now, individually marking Lekic. Ognjenovic, no way through there. Change at the back. Well, Filipovic, the scorer. She's now in 6 minutes of this match against Denmark, scored as many goals as she had in the 4 matches she's played so far in Euro 2012. Shot efficiency, 71% for Serbia. Denmark still struggling, scoring 1 in every 3, and that's not going to help one little bit as Pernille Larsen, the Viborg left back. Ah, what a fantastic pass down the court. Serb fans are in heaven. Poplazic. Line player's 2nd goal. But what a pass down the court. Team timeout already called by Jan Putlik to try and settle his young side. Filipovic made that pass down the court. That was absolutely stunning to set up Poplazic. Well, he's got plenty of experience still in his team. Even though only 6 of the players from the Olympic squad that was so disappointing remain. He's brought back other players with good experience. Christina Christiansen, who wasn't at the Olympics though, still 63 caps, 147 goals. Kristina Bile as well, the right winger, 87 caps, 128 goals. She wasn't at the Olympics either, so he's got some experienced players, but has also brought in some youngsters, and Griegel is one of them, but she really has been impressive. Mette Gravholt on the line, just 7 caps to her name. Stina Jørgensen, 27 caps, the left back, and Cecilie Greve with 3, the goalkeeper. He's actually on a 43% save rate, second best in the competition. So play resumes after the team timeout for Denmark. Little pass in, good defense, last-ditch block by Katarina Krupej, who plays for Krim Ljubljana in Slovenia. Into the wing, and that's an attacking foul, going in too hard. Shot straight down the middle, saved, but they'll come back for the free throw. Lekic taking the shot, and they've changed goalkeeper during the team timeout. Cecilie Greve, who we're just talking about, 20 years of age, just 3 internationals to her name before coming here, has replaced the more experienced Sandra Toft. An attacking foul by Lekic this time. I'm sure it was on Jenovic, she got the last pass, but it was Lekic who went in too hard. Stolen off the knee, how unlucky. Liscevic did everything right, and as she went down, it just catches her on the leg. 8 minutes played then, Serbia leading 6-2 to keep alive their chances of a semi-final place, and what a turn-up that would be. Serbia, who weren't supposed to be hosting these European Championships, but the Netherlands declared forfeit a few months back. Denmark have hit back though with the goal. Bjørgaard, the scorer, her second. Straight back, and she can do no wrong at the moment. Biljana Filipovic, a 26-year-old who plays in Turkey for Üsküdar, gets goal number 4 for her. Well, Serbia ended up hosting because they hosted a successful men's Euro 2012 exactly a year ago. Penalty, and they were asked to put on a carbon copy. The men certainly benefited a year ago, ended up being silver medalists, losing in the final against Denmark. This, of course, a repeat of that game. Could the women end up doing the same again? There's the incident again that's given the penalty, and it's Griegel who came around and forced the mistake. So once more, Nørgaard under the foot of the keeper. Nørgaard scores her second penalty. Nørgaard, who's played 74 times for her country, scoring 300 goals for Denmark. Focused Tomašević at the other end as Serbia on the attack, and Denmark have switched to a very deep defence. 4-2, but Lekic has gone in and taken a defender with her. Ball's loose, but Lekic gets there first. Passive plays being worn now. They need a shot. Looking for the line, and that was comfortably stolen. Into the wing, good play, and save by Tomašević. Third save from 7 shots, just got a hand to it. German-based goalkeeper. And we're past the 10-minute mark in the first half. Denmark, who started with a 6-0 defence, have had to go into a more aggressive 4-2 mode. Could it unsettle the Serbian team, I wonder? Poplazic turns, Krupej inside the area, say the referees. Unlucky for the Krim Ljubljana winger, and another save by Tomašević. She's on fire. Still no luck for Lotte Griegel. 21 years of age, only 19 caps, but 48 goals so far in her international career. She's added another 8 here at Euro 2012. All the way through. What a shame. I thought could have been a penalty once she'd broken in. And maybe that's the query she has, Niščević, as she goes past Andrew Marin, the Spanish referee. Oh, too many steps. Oh, and Denmark under pressure. Dreadful pass from the keeper, and Boskovic is hiding the ball behind his back, almost to force his players to slow down. Cecilie Greve just not quite getting it right there. Denmark have switched, they've gone back to 6-0 defence. Oh, nearly to the line, but well blocked by Kriegel, who just got a hand to it. Deflects it for Greve to pick it up. The Danes coming back in. 6 turnovers already for Serbia, 4 for Denmark, and they've got another one back. Biele, 26-year-old who plays for Norwegian champions Larvik, finds the top of the net. Adds to a tally of 8 goals so far in the competition. Still a 2-goal lead for Serbia into the side netting, but that's a free throw. Louise Burgård there looking to the referee, not quite sure what she expected. 13 minutes played. Into the top corner, Ognjenović. Nice goal by the 31-year-old who plays for French champions Metz. In fact, only 4 of the Serbian team play their club handball in Serbia. Many of them are in France, others in Russia, Croatia, Macedonia, Slovenia and Germany. Mistake by the Danes, and back come Serbia. Lekic looks to change. Was that an attacking foul? No, it's a defender's fault, and it's a penalty. Stina Jørgensen, the 22-year-old from Aalborg, bundled back into the 6-meter area as Poplazic looked to drive in. So Greve, who hasn't saved any penalties from 6 so far. She just has her first penalty save of Euro 2012 for the 20-year-old keeper from Odense. A little bit rushed by Damjanovic. It was interesting that Damjanovic was given the penalty rather than Lekic. She's only scored 1 from 4 so far in the competition, and a chance to get that lead back again goes begging. So Denmark with Stina Jørgensen now at left back, who's the 2nd top scorer in the Danish league with 66 goals. No space there though. Christina Christiansen has now moved into the left back. Number 21, straight down the middle, a comfortable save for the keeper. Tomašević, Ognjenović, and they paid the price at the other end. 9-5, Ognjenovic's 2nd goal. French-based winger got away quickly and gets ahead of Line Jørgensen. And it all came off the back of Tomašević's 4th save. And again, Ognjenović over the top of the keeper, and she scored 3 quick back-to-back goals. And as we hit the midpoint, looked like she was cut back inside. Christiansen hesitated, but then she carried on going wide. And it's another team timeout, and Jan Putlik forced into using his 2nd team timeout already of the game. 6-2 down the first time when he did it, 10-5 now. They knew they were going to be in for a tough time. And Serbia said all along that they fancy they head-to-head with the Danes because they were a little less experienced than the Swedes they played yesterday, and thought they had a better chance. And they may be proved right, although there's still plenty of time to go. Serbia for now are leading 10-5. Their goalkeeper Tomašević has saved 5 from 10 so far. She's on a 50% save rate, while Sandra Toft got substituted after saving just 1 from 7, and Cecilie Greve has managed 1 from 5 so far. So 14 and a half minutes remaining in the first half. So at right back they've now got Lina Jönsson, the number 19 from Midtjylland. And Stina Jönsson scores. The throw off taken too quickly. There it is, right in the top corner. That was nicely done. Stina Jönsson, who's scored 13 goals so far in the competition, but a bit expensive, 46% success rate. So in the centre, Liščević, still Filipović, first choice at right back, while Lekic loiters on the far side. Oh. Talk about suddenly finding your range in a match. 5th goal for Filipović. She scored 3 from 10 before today's game. Not exactly a shining performance, but inspired choice by Boskovic. Kristjansson shoots hard. It goes out wide and the loose ball's picked up by Lekic, who seemed to get back. At the moment, Damjanovic and Eric are being used in defence only. Lekic hangs in the air, came off a defender, though that'll be a throw-in from the corner. Shot by the 25-year-old back player for Serbia. Lekic tries to feed into the wing, but it's blocked this time by the Danes. Jönsson into the wing, through the legs of the keeper, Mia Augustinsson, who ironically scores against her club teammate Tomašević in goal. They both play for Thüringen in Germany. Yellow card, meanwhile, for Sanja Rajovic. It's the final yellow card they're allowed now. They've had 3. Further sanctions will be 2-minute suspensions. Nothing given. Goes inside the area. Possession goes back to Denmark. Oh, and again, Tomašević has taken a blow. Sportingly, Bila goes in to check on her. She didn't know too much about it. Tomašević straight into her head. Just closed her eyes and waited for the impact, but stood her ground. Here is Bila. Who nearly went to the Olympic Games when Björgård injured her finger, but didn't quite make it. And she's up again, Tomašević. She's in fact now on 7 saves from 14. Still a 50% save rate, which is brilliant. Greiveholt has been put in on the line now for Denmark, another one of the newcomers. 7 caps, 18 goals. In their rush to force it through, though, they've given possession away. Serbia try to catch the Danes in the second phase attack. Good save by Toft, who's back in again. Kristjansson. Jönsson goes all the way through. Lina Jönsson this time. 44 goals so far in the Danish league for Midtjylland. Got them back to within 3. But Serbia hit back after those 2 Danish goals, courtesy of Sanja Damjanovic. Her first goal of the game. And the Danes make their substitutions between attack and defence. Gravehold not being used in defence, and for the moment Christiansen isn't either, the number 21. She tends to be used at the front of a 4-2 defence when they switch to that with Griegel. She's not a tall player at 161, and therefore better suited for the front of an aggressive defence rather than a 6-0. And an attacking foul by Denmark gives possession back to Serbia as we hit the 20-minute mark in the first half, with a host nation leading by 4. Well, a Serb win here today would put them in control of their fate, because they would be second in the group behind Norway, already qualified for the semi-final with 5 points, ahead of Denmark on 4, and therefore would need to win against France on Thursday to guarantee the semi-final spot. They hit once more. Sanja Rajovic, the 31-year-old who plays for the Serbian champion Zaječar. Stina Jørgensen, meanwhile, has picked up a yellow card. Long build-up by Denmark. Christiansen. In fact, it's a 2-minute suspension. I was saying a yellow card. Stina Jørgensen, but they've won the penalty, even short-handed. Griegel, is it Gravehold rather, the 27-year-old from Team Tvis Holstebro. There it is again. She gets the ball, goes to shoot, but she's pulled in the process of shooting. And no doubt for Ignacio Garcia. Change the goalkeeper for Serbia. In comes Jovana Rizovic. Just 19 years of age, 2 caps. She's up against Nurgor, who hasn't missed yet. Well, I jinxed her. Nurgor curses away. It's her first penalty miss of Euro 2012. She'd scored 12 from 12 until this. And the 19-year-old playing in her first major competition for Serbia. And they hit again. Damjanovic. She's got a range finally. She scored 13 so far in the competition, but with only a 37% success rate. And it's their biggest lead yet, 6-goal lead with 8 minutes to go to the half-time break. Run of 3 goals without reply. Free throw only given for the foul on Mette Gravehold. Tomašević, who's back in goal after Rizovic had just come in for the penalty. Looking for the line, no way through, she's over it anyway. Gravehold. And it's a free throw. Serbia have possession. Took it too quickly, and now chance for Christiansen. And she scores and breaks a run of 3 goals without reply. Her first of the game, Christiansen, 23-year-old who plays for Team Tvis Holstebro. No way through. No more timeouts for Jan Putlik now. He's used 2. You've got 3 in a match, 1 in each half. And a floater you can use in either half, and he's used both already now for the first half. All the way through, release into the winger. Oh, side netting. Rushed it, Katarina Krupej. Could have done better. Oh, a gap just opened up in the middle of defence. You could have driven the bus through it. Bugor. It's a third of the game. And now it's Sasa Bošković who asked for the team timeout after his team have conceded 2 goals. I'd have been tempted not to do that myself, I have to be honest, and not give Denmark the benefit, because they're probably the ones who'll find it most useful. Oskovic, who was caught up in an odd incident earlier in their match against Norway, when he was spotted on camera standing on his just inside his area, but reaching in and grabbing the shirt of Suland, the right back for Norway, as she was about to start to run. What wasn't quite so visible on the picture, and which transpired, was that Suland admitted herself is that she had kind of been playing with him and had run off at one point and just given him a little nudge and run back on again. And it was all in jest, no harm done, but luckily the event has been seen for what it was, just a little bit of jostling from the two. Had a nice little exchange of shirts. Actually, Suland went up to him the following match and handed him the shirt she was wearing in the game to say, well, since you seem to want it, here it is. From the acting queen, she called herself. Look at the goalkeeping efficiency. It doesn't matter what Denmark do, they're still only on 18%, while Katarina Tomašević, Serbian keeper, has had an outstanding first half and has really kept them well in contention with a 44% save rate. 7 saves so far. Long range shot, brilliantly done. Stina Jørgensen, the 22-year-old from Aalborg, and they've scored 3 in succession now. So second of the game, and shows why she is the second top scorer in the Danish league, arguably the best women's league in the world. All the big stars of women's handball. It's going to be a free throw for Serbia and a yellow card. There was an infringement, in fact, spotted by Ignacio Garcia, the referee at the back. And Bonde Pedersen is the player who's picked up the yellow card. Into the last 5 minutes. Well, that was a poor effort by Filipovic for all the good she's done. She's had a couple of long-range shots that really didn't test Sandra Toft too much in the Danish goal. Came off a defender. That'll be a throw-in from the corner for Denmark. So off goes Pernilla Larsen, used in defence. Another good shot, but the power was there, but the direction, well, it was cut out by Serbia. And a good save at the other end by Sandra Toft, beginning to get her bearings in goal. 23-year-old who plays for Holstebro. She was originally in the Danish Olympic lineup for London 2012, but then injured her knee and had to make way for Christina Pedersen to go there. But since the retirement of Danish goalkeeping legend Karin Mortensen after the Olympics, Sandra Toft has now become the Danish #1 keeper. Oh, superb pass into the line. Glavholt scores, and Denmark are in a real charge back here. Four goals without reply. It was a wonderful feed into her by Christiansen. Serbia haven't scored now for nearly 7 minutes. Toft reacts late, and they break the run finally, courtesy of Damjanovic. Third goal. Maintains just a 3-goal lead. Damjanovic, 3 goals from 6 attempts so far, 50% success rate. We've got 2.5 minutes remaining in the first half. Well, Denmark knew it would be an electric atmosphere in the hall here with the Serbian public. And I'm sure the Danish men's team, who won gold in this arena last year against Serbia in the final, will have given them some warning about what to expect. And Damjanovic, for that little pull on the shirt of Burgos, has got herself a 2-minute suspension. And is this going to be a chance now for Denmark to close that gap? They're going to be short-handed for much of the remainder of the first half, and they've got another one back. And this time it's Mia Augustensen. Scores against a club teammate, Tomasjevic. Her second goal for the Danish winger, and it's just 2-goal difference now. But after a good spirited start, the Serbs are running out of ideas in attack. Jelena Popovic, who plays for Besançon in France, is on now. Free throw's been given. Serbia, though, still attacking, short-handed. Play on, say the referees, into the wing. It's very close. Oh, she's done it. Well, from almost an impossible angle. It was a great feed in, but it was a very closed angle. But Milosevic somehow managed to conjure up a lob that just stayed in. And despite being short-handed, and Denmark are now wasting their own time in the power play. 30 seconds just over remaining in the first half. Jørgensen, now they've got a good angle, and Augustensen does it again. Goal number 3 for her. And it's a 2-goal lead. 20 seconds then for Serbia maybe to try and find a goal here. They're going to be back at full strength now after the suspension to Damjanovic. And Rajovic comes back in on the line, and they too guilty of wasting their own time, and that'll be it. Long-range shot, but that will never challenge Toft. And the buzzer goes, and so at half-time, Serbia are leading Denmark 16-14. They were 6 goals up at one point, 14-8, but then a run of 4 goals for Denmark saw them get back to within 2, and they've been hanging on to that ever since. And Denmark looking far more dangerous now, but at half-time, Serbia are leading 16-14 here in the Combank Arena in Belgrade. Let's have a look at the statistics then, and the attacks. 47% success rate for Serbia, 42 for Denmark. Much of a muchness, but 64% success rate for Serbia on their field throw, and that's the difference. And also a fantastic performance by Tomasjevic. 9 turnovers to Serbia, 7 to Denmark. Here's the run then, and early on, some good threads there by Serbia, but then they went dry for a while, conceded 4 goals at the end, and that let Denmark back in again. Augustensen and Burgos top scoring for the Danes, but it's Filipovic who's top scoring in the game with 5 goals ahead of Damjanovic with her 3 goals. And here's where they're coming from. Not a lot at the left and right back. It's mostly breaking through and then on the wings, and then 3 fast breaks for Serbia. While for Denmark, well, they've had some success on the wings. Their backs also, no right back shots, nothing on the left side either. It's all down the middle. 2 fast breaks and 2 penalties. We'll take a short break. Join us again for the second half in just a few moments. We'll see you then.
Kule, mi smo čuli, kolega Miloradoviću, da ste vi nama spremili neku meksičku atmosferu, ili istina?
Evo ovde mene sa tašama, naravno, napravit ćemo...
Taša 1 i taša 2.
Jeste, sa tobom su taša 3 i taša 4.
Dobro.
Pokušat ćemo da napravimo meksičke talaze kao u Argentini, Meksiku, južnoamerička atmosfera.
Hoćemo da probamo 2 kruga, može?
Znači, krećemo od taše 1.
A čekaj, onda bih zamolio svu publiku da sedne.
Do pobede! Srbija!
Kada se digne zastava, i naša himna zasvira, sve ono najbolje što znaš, za svoju zemlju ćeš da daš. Kada kod tebe
Welcome back then to the Combank Arena in Belgrade, half-time in the final game of the day here in Group 1. And Denmark throw off, trailing 14-16 against the host nation. Serbia, though, did have a 14-8 lead at one point, but a 4-0 comeback by Denmark has seen them close right back in again. Win for Denmark would close this group off with a day to spare. It would mean that they and Norway, who have won all their matches so far, are unlucky. Filipovic couldn't get a foot out of the way, and it clips her foot. And it's a free throw back to Denmark after that save by Tomašević, who's made 7 saves in the first half. But ironically, Toft, who started so badly and had to be substituted, it's gone in the side netting, has now come good and made 6 saves in the first half from 17 shots, and actually is marginally outperforming Tomašević with a 35% save rate. So Denmark opts to go back to a 6-0 defence, really trying to challenge the Serbs to get some long-range shots in. Lekic not on at the beginning of the second half, and that's an attacking foul as Liščević runs into the defender. Wings free, didn't do it, and the line was free as well. Hesitation by Bjørgaard, the chance is missed, and now chance for a break. But it wasn't a great pass out, unfortunately. Milošević did well to actually pick up the ball off the ground almost. I think it may have been Krupej. Oh, puts it wide, did everything right. Filipovic. Tall, gangly player, 1m89. Plays in Turkey for Üsküdar. Great atmosphere in the hall here. It's not full by any means, it's a 20,000-seater for this midweek fixture. But Christiansen trying to rebuild again, the Danes. Looks to the line, brilliant play, and Christiansen once more the provider. As Mette Graveholt scores. It's her birthday tomorrow, she'll be 28. Could be an early birthday present today if they could get this win and book their ticket in the semi-final. Free throw. Poplazic plays for Besançon in France. So Damjanovic, 3 goals so far, looks to the line, it's stolen. Penalty, is it? Well, they've only given the free throw. The crowd react, and so does Damjanovic. She doesn't press the point, but she had a case. The defender, Bonde, was inside the area. Filipovic. She has to really break through because she's right-handed. It's hard for her inside the area by the Serbian line player Poplazic, who tries to spoil Larsson's attempt to get the ball up quickly. They've managed it now, though, and it's a big angle, and they're level. 3.5 minutes into the second half. It's all square. Tomašević looks accusingly to her defence as Luxembourg hits them on a phase 2 attack. Her first goal of the game. Damjanovic. Oh, that goes well wide by Kristina Liščević. Plays for the French champions Metz. And for the second time with one of the wide shots, they pay the price. And Luxembourg puts Denmark in front. Well, Lekic is now on again. She's in the centre. They need a big game out of her. 62 caps, 324 goals for Serbia. Oh, big gap. Nicely done. Damjanovic uses the space. Poplazic ran across and she took both defenders, including Bonde, who should have stayed put. Fourth goal for Damjanovic. Denmark, who warmed up for Euro 2012 at the Møbelringer Cup 2 weeks ago in Norway, in Bergen, with 2 wins over Norway and Sweden and a short defeat against France. That won't count. They'll come back for the free throw. Referee says you're inside anyway. Although in October they hosted the Golden League tournament and won against France, Norway and Russia, Denmark. So they've had a good build-up here. Serbia, for their part, played 3 friendlies. In October, they played Croatia a couple of times here in Belgrade. Drew the first game 25-all, won the second 30-29. Penalty, defending inside the area with a little shove as well by Ivana Milosevic. She runs straight into Mia Augustinsson. And then just before Euro started, Serbia beat Romania in a friendly as well, 26-20. And Augustinsson is receiving treatment, and Milosevic has got a 2-minute suspension, their second of the game, after the earlier one for Damjanovic. And it looks like Stina Jönsson, who scored 2 from 2 so far in the competition, will take the penalty. And Jovana Rizovic has gone in. He saved against Norgor earlier on. Can she do it again now, the 19-year-old? Stays right back. She can't. Jönsson blasts it. Top corner. Stina Jönsson gets a third. These two teams played each other only once before in official competition at Euro 2010. 2 years ago, an old boy in Denmark, when Denmark won 25-20 in the preliminary stages. Bit of a gap, straight down the middle, no one there, and Lina Jönsson this time. Tall right back from Midtjylland. Second goal, and Denmark now a 2-goal lead, and Serbia need to hang in there. And they're losing their pace in attack now. They're each doing it individually. It's all a little bit untidy. The pass to Ognjenovic not particularly good, as she's bundled over the sideline by Lina Jönsson. Serbia still short-handed and happy to let the clock run down for the moment. And down goes Damjanovic. And again, more seconds would tick away, but the Spanish referees have stopped the clock. So Jan Pytlik still looking a bit anxious on the bench. Denmark lead by 2, but it's early days yet in the second half here as we see that incident again. So Ognjenovic now comes in on the line to try and flatten it. Filipovic to Ognjenovic. Nicely worked goal. And despite being short-handed, Ognjenovic gets her 4th goal. 100% record for her, and they're back to within 1 and will be back to full strength in just 2-3 seconds. Christiansen hands off, looking to the wing. Big angle. Oh, she's put it wide. It was almost harder to miss the goal for Augustinsson. And a club teammate happy to see that one go well past the far post. And so Serbia at full strength again come back to see if they can level the score here, as Sasa Boskovic, the coach, paces up and down on the bench at the bottom there. Filipovic, good save by Toft. Came forward quickly. And And play on, say the referees. Nothing's been given. And the Serbian referees are turning to the Spanish referees to ask them when did they plan to allow treatment for the players down at the other end. Filipovic finally getting up. It's a question really for the referees to work out. Are you doing it just to slow down and stop the break? Or did it look like a real injury? There is Sandra Toft, 23-year-old who plays for Team Tvis Holstebro, 33 caps. Clive Holt waiting to take the throw. So they build up again. Lina Jönsson at right back, Christiansen in the centre. And Stina Jönsson at the left side. Oh, she's dropped the ball straight down the middle. Ognjenovic, will she get there first? She doesn't. Penalty. Stina Jönsson adjudged her run into the area to block it, but did she? And she's been given 2 minutes. Well, let's look from this angle here. Here she comes. She's pushing her. Well, I guess she is in the area technically as the shot is taken, but a 2-minute suspension, I think, is a harsh call. If she'd just run without holding her, she would have got away with it, but she was inside the area. So Filipovic, who hasn't taken a penalty yet at Euro 2012, steps up. Interesting call again. Off the post, and somehow stops dead with Toft on the rebound. Well, Damjanovic and Filipovic, I'm afraid, have both missed penalties now, and yet they have in their team Lekic, who scored 6 from 7 so far in the competition. Will those 2 misses come back to haunt them? No way through. Denmark still leading by 1, even though they are short-handed at the moment. Goes out to the side, it'll be a throw-in for Denmark. Actually, that is the second suspension for Stina Jönsson. She's going to have to watch herself because one more and she'll be red carded. 10 minutes played then in the second half in this crucial game. Off the post, and Lina Jönsson just couldn't get the rebound. Back come Serbia. They got the extra player looking for the wing. It's untidy. They've got to settle down a little. Lekic, they're level. Well, the poster girl of Serbian handball has pulled them level with a second goal. Lekic, who plays for Giurieto in Hungary. Denmark just a few seconds before they get back to full strength. Clock's been stopped. Just in time, though, for Mette Gravholt, 27-year-old line player. One of the newcomers to the Danish team with 7 internationals, and Ignacio Garcia has called a team timeout. He's trying to check something. Not sure if there's a problem with the scoreboard, or is it maybe to see if Denmark should have put their line player back on again. And I wonder if the Serbian team challenged the decision. But in fact, the clock suggests that once you get down to 0, you're clear to go on. And Wolfgang Gremmel, the EHF supervisor, is saying it's fine. It seems that Ignacio Garcia can now get things going again after a challenge by the Serbian team. Well, Bošković trying to urge on the supporters in the arena here to lift the Serbian team. Victory for Denmark would end Serbia's hopes of a semi-final place here, because Norway have already booked the first ticket from this group. with maximum points after their earlier win. Nice quick change of direction there by Pernille Larsen. Didn't take long though. Straight back again. Lekic. We said earlier we need a big game out of her. Is it finally about to explode into life? There's Larsen's first goal. 28-year-old who plays for Viborg. Still this 6-0 defence, but they've got to push out quickly when the Danes come in, but the breakouts are always dangerous. Filipovic down the centre, Lekic. Pass to the side, it just needed to be a gentle throw. And Damjanovic sees the ball career over her head and go out into the line. Play on, say the referees, it seemed to come off her foot accidentally. Absolute tension here, but it'll play itself on just a few small little mistakes or one crucial save. Tomašević, the goalkeeper. It's in. The head's back in front again. Poplazic, the scorer. Nice feed into her by Lekic. Plays for Besançon in France. Poplazic, 35 goals so far this season. 11th top scorer she is. 17 minutes remain in this game. Kaivold drives back in again. Long range shot, well over the top, but it's a free throw. And a 2-minute suspension as well. The push on Stina Jørgensen.
2-minute suspension, Team Serbia, number 11.
And it's Damjanovic, and she's also on her second suspension now with that lunge at Stina Jørgensen, and she will need to watch herself. And I wonder if it means that when the suspension is over, Boskovic may have to think twice about using Damjanovic in defence. She scored 4 goals so far for him, and it may be too risky. The Danes will put a line player next to her and try and work her through to another suspension if they can. Free throw for Denmark. Good defence by Serbia under pressure here. Ognjenovic. Blocked. Dead by Tomašević at her feet for her 11th save. No luck there for Louise Bjørgaard, one of the Danish Olympians. So the move being called by Lekic. Cross comes in, Ognjenovic in the centre. They're trying to flatten the defence, but in fact then go wide with Liščević. Hasn't quite worked. No way through. That would be a free throw. Not what I would call a tidy challenge. Lekic. Passive play now has been called against Serbia, who not looking like they want to take the shot, and they've lost possession in the end. Saved again, Tomašević. Luxembourg looks back almost disbelieving. She's saying she was fouled, and Ognjenovic has gone off. Let's look again. Double suspension now. And as soon as Damjanovic's suspension is up, he's going to have to think hard about what he's going to do. But for 14 seconds now, as we hit the midway point, let's have another look. It's for that foul in the middle. Hard to see from that angle. And she's looking in some distress, it has to be said, Burgor. Doesn't get a huge amount of sympathy from the local crowd, though, who feel that it's just one of those things that happens. It's a hard game. You were both running in and you collided. Call goes against Serbia, though, and Jan Putlik tries to stay detached from all of that. 15 minutes remaining then in the game. And Serbia will stay well away from the Danish defence initially to let that first suspension run down. And here we go, that's one back at least. And Nisavic has replaced Ognjenovic now in the left wing after her own suspension. Untidy play here. They've got to be quick about this, Serbia, because when you're short-handed, the referees don't tend to allow you a great deal of time to waste. Tofte makes a save off Lekic. Denmark still on a power play then after Ognjenovic got sent off. Chance to level things here in Belgrade. And Suzanne Torsgaard, the experienced line player, comes back in place of Gravholt. Oh yes, nicely worked. Jørgensen, Lina Jørgensen. Her third goal breaks through, and it's all square again at 21-all. And still 45 seconds to serve on the Serbian suspension. Liščević in the centre. Lekic has now gone into the left-back position. The danger with using Damjanovic now is that she is on a second 2-minute suspension. Play on, say the referees. And the problem is passive play comes up, but here it is. And they need to get in there quick. Liščević tries a long-range shot, and a team timeout is called by Boskovic to try and buy his team a little bit of time as the passive play call was going to go, and he just gets it because he put the card in as the shot was being taken. And you could argue that if it had gone in, it might have invalidated the goal. So it's all square here in Belgrade. And after a free-flowing first half, the second half has come down to real pitched battle between the two sides. Tough defending. Only 5 goals scored so far in the second half. After 16 minutes and 43 seconds of play by the Serbian team. Denmark have scored 7 in the same time to level things out, and it's going to be a real tense finish here because Serbia know that if Denmark win, they can no longer go through to the semi-final, and they are so keen to emulate their men's team last year, who played well above their standing in effect, to get through to the final. Maybe to their greatest delight last year, the men's team beat neighbour and rival Croatia in their semi-final to get there, but couldn't get past Denmark in the end. Passive play is being warned here. Filipovic blocked by the Danish defence. Passive play is still there. And here we go. That's a high call. A free throw's been given, but she may be lucky because in some cases you would have got a 2-minute suspension for that. Oh, nice quick play. Saved by Tomašević, and she's come alive again. Went off the boil early in the second half, but suddenly it's there. Oh, and Toft saves as well. And Filipovic just can't get past the goalkeeper in the second half. And Denmark go back in front. Augustensen. Fourth goal for her. So they've now switched Filipovic back into the left-back position. Lekic is off, so it's Liščević, Filipovic. Popovic coming in, takes a shot, but that's a comfortable save for Toft. Toft, who is on a 41% save rate now. And they're showing it a lot less. In fact, the official statistics tell us it's 41%, 11 from 27. Denmark have now put Lotte Griegel back into play, number 14. Very young, but hugely talented playmaker. That goes out to the back line. Ball stays with Serbia, just one goal in it. Shot by Stina Jönsson, parried away by the Thuringen goalkeeper. Filipovic looks for the line, but overdoes it. And instead, it goes to Bila, and again, Serbia potentially lucky not to have Lišević sent off after she interfered with a free throw, but she heads off anyway, as she normally does. Eric takes over from her in defence. Eric, who plays for Astana Hočka in Russia. Saved again. Tussle from the two players results in the ball staying in the area, and Tomašević picks it up, the 28-year-old keeper. Played 43 times for her country and is doing all she can to keep them in touch here. Well, the goals are really drying out now as Lekic comes back into the frame. Only 3 goals from 7 attempts, Lekic. Has the pressure been too much, I wonder, on the Serbian playmaker at Euro 2012? All the talk was about her. If you look at matches previously when they played Croatia. Oh, a deflection and beats Toft. Well, they all count. Damjanovic. And they've stolen it. It's off the post, the ball's loose, and Denmark have got it. And the problem with Filipovic, the tall 1.89 m player, she's not a fast player. This lanky run, and Jönsson got back and just got in her way. She didn't reach out with her hand, didn't touch her. And instead of releasing the ball off to the right-hand side where she had a player, Filipovic tried to shoot, maybe showing her slight lack of experience, just 14 internationals. But it's all square still. Less than 10 minutes remaining. Jönsson. Griegel. Nicely done. Stina Jönsson, the old ball back player. Denmark lead again. Fourth goal for Stina Jönsson. Lekic in the centre. Defending inside the area. Penalty. Popovic has won it. Who's going to take it though? Damjanovic and Filipovic have missed. Surely they'll stick with Lekic now. Not that that guarantees you anything. Dummied the first shot there. Runs through. Ognjenovic will do it. And she scores. They're level again. Svetlana Ognjenovic and Jan Putlik pulling his hair out on the bench, it looks like. And if they put away their other 2 penalties, Serbia, it could be a slightly different game here. Who knows? Comes across quickly into the wing. There's not a lot of space there, and they bring the ball back out again, Denmark. Good defending. And 3 players close in on Susanne Thorsgaard, the 24-year-old line player. Passive play now against Denmark. Looking for the line. It's stolen. Ognjenovic has got it. They've got to be careful with their passing now. Precision is needed. Ognjenovic can't do too much. He's got a player lying in the area. I think it was Eric, the defender. An experienced player, Eric, 59 caps, has scored 153 goals, but used exclusively in defence here. Less than 7.5 minutes remaining. It's all square. Well, a draw would still leave the group open, but it would mean that Denmark are more in control of their fate. They've got Norway next, but then again, Norway already qualified. They might just put out other players to turn the bench. Oh, they've scored, and they're back in front again, and the crowd are on their feet. Poplazic. Goal number 4 for her. Denmark come back quickly, though. Big angle, and it's saved. Tomašević. Brilliant play. Goalkeeper reacts. The ball's gone out to the side. It's a throw in. Denmark keep possession. Her 15th save. She's on a 41% save rate. Tomašević. Denmark change it right back. Louise Burgaard, one of their Olympians, is in there now. Burgaard. Saved again by Tomašević. Goes out the back line, and it's a throw in for the keeper. 16 saves for Tomašević. Well, Burgaard thought she had a good chance there, the 20-year-old. So the Serbs now just need to build up slowly and patiently. 6 minutes remaining. They are 1 up. A win here will put them in the driving seat. Looks for the line. Free throw. And Damjanovic just couldn't get the ball into the line. Lekic tries to go through. And it's a 2-minute suspension for Bonde Pedersen. Lekic tested her. She charges in. And it's going to be a power play for Serbia. And look at the reaction of Bonde Pedersen on the bench. Free throw then. Serbia with a power play now. Got to make it count, though. 4 suspensions for Serbia so far. That was the 3rd for Denmark. Looking for the line. And the whistle just goes as Poplazic gets free. She'll come out. Free throw. Lekic again. Looks for the line. Looking for the line again. Free throw. Good defense. They're holding solidly, Denmark, at the back. Closing Poplazic twice now. The grab is there. Top corner. Damjanovic. 3 goals in succession. When it counts, they're up the tempo. And the gap suddenly was there, and Burgaard couldn't close it fast enough. Team timeout. Jan Putlik for Denmark. Well, they've exploited the 2-minute suspension really well. Of course, it's not over if Denmark lose here today for them. They still can qualify for the semi-final. But for Serbia, they have to win to keep their chances alive. It doesn't guarantee them the place, but it keeps their chances alive, because if Denmark win, they are through with Norway. Well, they still have a bit of a power play remaining, but they've managed to shut out Denmark for the last 5 minutes, Serbia, and score 3 goals. Denmark take off their goalkeeper. Interesting one. And they've put in Lina Jørgensen, number 19, on with the green goalkeeper's bib, and it means the goal is empty at the far end, though, if they lose possession. How long will they have the nerve to leave her on for? Lina Jørgensen goes in. She comes off now. It was worth the shot, but you can only get a short burst. Oh, brilliant. 5-minute spell with no goals finally broken by Christiansen. It's in fact Stina Jönsson, I beg your pardon. On again, she's done exactly the same. Damjanovic scores again. Goal number 7 for her. Three and a half minutes remaining, and again the goalkeeper's out for Denmark. Lina Jönsson, the one nearest the bench, is the one with the bib on. Looks for the line. Oh, they've done it. Oh, and again, Tomašević saves. And I think the ball was fumbled on top of that. Klaverholt caught it and then fumbled it onto her foot. Let's have a look again. Her shot, in fact, saved, but it was actually another player who caught the ball and then gave it away with just a slip of the hand. Into the last 3 minutes. Denmark at full strength. Into the wing, Ognjenovic. Nothing given. It's a free throw only this time. And Damjanovic is fighting for all she's got to try and keep her team in with a chance. Passive play. Lekic goes well wide. I do really feel that the anticipation, expectation on Lekic is now looks like she's got a groin strain. And off goes Toft once more. Jönsson is in on the attack. Christiansen, oh, a fumble of the ball. Filipovic comes out, she's got to go back quick. They've got 2 line players in Denmark. Gone wide by Jönsson. She rushed it. And even back at full strength, Denmark are taking out their goalkeeper and attacking 4 or 5 across the back, 2 on the line, and now desperate measures are needed. They go to a 4-0-2 defence. They're pushing right up, trying to pressure the Serbs into making mistakes and then getting the fast breaks. Team timeout, Serbia. 1.5 minutes remaining, and a smile from Damjanovic. What a performance by her. If you had to pick out 2, Tomašević in goal. With her 17 saves, and Damjanovic with 7 goals now. If they win here today, it will put Serbia second in the group with 5 points, 1 ahead of Denmark and France, and it means that the match between Serbia and France on Thursday could seal Serbia's place in a semi-final here on home soil. And I can assure you that would be huge celebrations. What an achievement for this Serbian team, who qualify theoretically as the host nation, but in fact, because they were late, only very lately asked to host Euro 2012 after the Netherlands dropped out, had in fact already gone through the qualification process and qualified second in Group 2 behind Romania, ahead of Portugal and Greece, who went out. Well, Jan Putlik trying to keep as calm as he can, not to wind his players up here. 1.5 minutes to go for Serbia to keep control of their own destiny at Euro 2012, and that's going to help. They're leaping up and down in the crowd. Jelena Popovic. A first goal, and it could be a crucial one here. Denmark haven't even taken out the goalkeeper now. Looking for the line, it's intercepted. And I think Boskovic knows that they've probably done it. Once more, the Danes pushed right up. They've got to try and panic the Serbs into mistakes, but they're 3 behind and we're into the last minute. Ognjenovic runs down the centre, and she scored, and that's it. 3 goals without reply. Cue the celebration music. 40 seconds to go. It's not going to happen for Denmark. But we've got an injury, and that's not looking good. Clock has been stopped. Let's have a look again. Well, Lekic in pain on the bench. 40 seconds to go, and they've got a 2-minute suspension. Lekic, who's gone off, but that's a penalty. "35 seconds to go." Well, look at that. Damjanovic, what a performance by her. On comes Rizovic, she saved one penalty. There is that call again, defending inside the area on Mette Gravholt. And we've got another 2-minute suspension, something happening off the ball. I think Jelena Eric, the defence specialist. Not sure what's happened there, unless she's faulty substituted. But Andrew Marin has come over to the bench. It will make no difference to the end result. There simply isn't enough time left for Denmark to score 4 goals, or in fact 5, to win the match. And although a tie would see them second in the group still. And it means that Denmark will have to hope that they can beat Norway on Thursday and that Serbia lose to France. Christiansen scores, but it's all very academic now. Well, Serbia started so slowly in the second half, and Denmark took the lead in the end, but a late flourish. Seconds ticking away. And they've scored again. A 7-2 exchange in the last 10 minutes is what's done it, and the celebrations can start. Serbia have beaten Denmark 29-25 in Group 1. Boskovic has kept control of his own fate. Handshake for Jan Putlik, but look at the reaction of the players, and quite rightly so. Denmark were leading 23-22, but in the last 10 minutes, Serbia outscored them 7-2. Tomašević seemed to spoil every opportunity Denmark had in those last 10 minutes. And the Danes are left to rue those missed chances against the Serbian goalkeeper. Jørgensen despondent, but Serbia are in heaven. And there is confirmation. Serbia 29, Denmark 26, and the semi-final dream stays alive for Serbia. 46% success rate on the attacks for Serbia, but 58% on their shooting, against only 42% on the shooting for Denmark. And despite 2 missed penalties, Serbia still go through. 15 turnovers for Serbia, 13 for Denmark, but a lot of 2-minute suspensions. And you can see how it started slowly and then it accelerated at the end, and a frenetic last period though. But Denmark ran out. Only 2 goals in the last 10 minutes. Jørgensen, the best of the Danes, with 5. But Damjanovic has scored 8 for Serbia. Onjenovic 6. And let's not forget Tomašević, a brilliant performance in goal by her to seal Serbia's victory. Straight down the middle, they found the gap. 6 fast breaks, the wings somewhere there as well. The right-back position not so much in evidence. But they won't care about that too much now. All that matters to them is 29-26 and a win. For Denmark, the wingers not in evidence enough, but more than anything, left and right back. They couldn't drive through and force the defence. They got 4 fast breaks and 4 penalties. But it wasn't enough. And so although Norway are through to the semi-final, the other place is not decided tonight. It'll go down to the last day, but Serbia move up into second place. A win against France on Thursday, and they're there. Denmark will be up against Norway. That's how it looks. What an incredible time. Then Serbia have beaten Denmark. Hope you've enjoyed the game. Thanks very much for watching. Hopefully see you again on Thursday. But for now, from me, Paul Bray, good night.